Hey everyone, welcome to PARDAAH. This is me, Magan. So I watched House of Secrets, the Burari deaths on Netflix. I would love to call it House of Deaths because after watching House of Cards series or House of anything actually, to be frank, this one is quite a spine-chilling ride and quite a, it gets murkier with each and every episode. It's a limited documentary series directed by Leena Yadav. So it's one of those spine-chilling, that's the most appropriate word, or you can say you'll feel goosebumps listening to some of the details of the case and some of the lines, some of the things which has happened in the real life horror. So this documentary is about a family. They are called the Bhatia family in the Burari neighborhood of Delhi, New Delhi, capital of India. So on 30th June 2018, all these 11 members, that is 3 generations of a single family under one roof, they planned to do a mass suicide. So when this was discovered, when their bodies were discovered, it was alleged whether it is a murder, it is a mass murder, or someone from the inside the family has done an inside job, or if someone from outside has influenced this, or is it a murder, as I said before. So no one knows what has really happened over those 2 days before that. So this particular documentary is all about informing us, telling us what has happened before and after that. So it's quite an intriguing documentary. I loved it. I would love to call it as a docudrama, and more with it's very disturbing to say the least. And if you are a weak-hearted, and if you are not in for happy go moments, or if you love your family so much, and if you are living in a joint family also, please don't watch this, because I could myself relate to a lot of joint families living in our city and other cities, and how they would feel after watching one such storyline like this. And the story is written by God, yeah, the Almighty. And yeah, there are a lot of characters, a lot of family members. So this is not like a horror film, it's not a thriller film, it's not of any kind, it's a real life horror, you know that, right? So रोंगटे खड़े हो जाएंगे आपको देखने के बाद, उसके बाद फट जाएगी आपकी like फट पड़ती है ना, like you feel that आपको, like people who love horror, उनको लगता है कि मज़ा आएगा हॉरर देख के, बट दिस इज़ रियल लाइफ हॉरर. अगर आप सोचेंगे अगर ये हमारे नेबरहुड में ऐसा होता या हमारे लोकेलिटी में ऐसा होता तो हम लोग कैसे रिएक्ट करेंगे, या कैसे जाएंगे उस घर के अंदर, या उस स्ट्रीट में कैसे जाएंगे. सो दिस दैट काइंड ऑफ अ फीलिंग. So I would not go into deep details about the family members, the family tree, branch. No, that's not my purpose. I think the documentary does that purpose very well. And it's a well-served purpose, and definitely this documentary will play a major role in getting the justice for all those 11 family members, and definitely the culprit could be one among them. And when you watch the series, that is the limited documentary series, you will yourself understand and draw the points. So that's very important. And let me be frank with you, and if you want to invest your time in a documentary of this kind, that is, which will give you chills, which will make you afraid, scared, whatever you say, but at the end of the day, it's quite a thrill content for all us. See, in everyone's birth or death, people love to see the content on it actually. I'm not wrong, I'm not trying to justify that, but for people, entertainment has become more like an edutainment. So for that, this documentary kind of talks about the reality of life. There are a lot of feelings which the family has faced, or at least from the documentary it makes me feel that way: anger, sad, sorrow, pain, everything. And we need to discuss about mental health. I'm not saying after watching this particular series, but we discuss a lot within our family, and we discuss a lot of important topics, important conversations, taboos and everything. But we don't try to delve into the importance of mental health and discussion of all these what do you say, sensitive topics or topics which we can't discuss with our family members. So we need to discuss that with our friends, with our near and dear ones outside family. Outside means I'm saying neighbors. Neighbors are a great example for that. So please invest your time watching this House of Secrets, the Burari deaths. Only if you feel like you want to watch a movie with great content, you have to watch it like a horror movie here. You don't have to feel like, oh, this has happened in real life. अरे ये तो सच में हुआ था. काश मैं होता तो क्या होता. No, no, no. If you think like that, you can't sleep. You can't sleep at night. So you can't sleep during the day too, actually, if you are too weak-hearted, no? So if you are a chicken-hearted, don't go and watch this particular documentary series directed by Leena Yadav. And one more technicality which I particularly loved is music by A.R. Rahman. That is the background score was apt and calm, and the background score for the documentary, the composition, no, is quite tough. Let me be frank, A.R. Rahman sir has Oscar. He has got 2 Oscars, okay? But composing for a documentary of this sort, I think it would have been something new for him too. So it's quite tough to compose for a documentary, because in a documentary, no, you are trying to read into lines of real life, and that can have a mental effect, or that can have an adverse effect on you. So you need to take care of that. And kudos to Rahman sir for coming with such a calm music in between, because that sets the tone for this particular series. And well done by Rahman sir, because music can make you go from here to here, so that balance is needed. So I think he has provided that balance. And amazing direction here, amazing interviews, amazing old clips, everything was nice. Technically one of the best documentaries I have ever seen. Okay, I would have seen very few selected documentaries, but this is one of the best, I feel. Probably with the time we can say but for that, real life horror has to happen. But we don't want such horror to happen in our neighborhood, in our lifetime here. We don't want such incidents to happen in our country. And we need to have an opinion, a strong opinion about someone who is telling us to do something. Someone should not direct us. So these are details I'm talking about the document. So once when you go and watch the documentary after seeing my review, no, probably you will have an idea, oh, that guy said that point. See, that point is reflected here in this particular episode. So it's quite important. And you must know, if a person is affected, you should try to help him. You should try to get him out of it. You should not go and join him. So that is quite important. So जाके देखिए House of Secrets, the Burari deaths on Netflix. You will not have a great time. You will try to invest yourself into the journey, and more than the journey, it's a horror, yeah. It's a real life horror. You will try to relate it with your neighborhood. You will try to relate it with your lot of things will come into your mind. You need to have a clear mind, clear thought of clear decision while watching this. You should be asking yourself whether I can watch this fully or not. So you need to watch that, and after watching, you should try to forget it or try to give it a balanced thought, not thinking that what happened here, I'm really feeling sad about it. No, such things won't work, because sometimes you yourself don't know whether you are chicken hearted or not. So it takes a trigger to trigger you. So be careful, and viewer discretion is very much needed for this particular series, and especially children below 13, below 12. I think they need to be careful while watching this particular documentary. I know kids of today's age, they are quite fine with this kind of series. They will say this is like a Korean series, or this is like a Korean web series. So okay, it's fine, but please invest in this only if you are you are into it. Okay, don't try to gather a lot of thoughts. Don't try to have a perspective about it. Just treat it as a film, treat it as a web series, treat it as a story written by someone for a film. Probably that can make you a little bit what do you say, make you strong. So see you guys with other reviews about documentaries, web series, and films, you know, Indian films, Hollywood films, everything. So see you guys, and until then, it's bye from my side, and bye.